beautiful yogis, welcome back to your mat. So today I'm going to invite you guys to set your mat up horizontally. So instead of vertically facing your screen, I'd love to see that mat on a horizontal, purely because this class is going to look a little bit different. So very similar to one of my last classes, we were working strength at end range, and I'd love to work in that same kind of direction, just moving in a little bit of a different way. So to get us started, once you've set up your mat, just take a seat and we'll land in Baddha Konasana first up. Soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide apart, and today, rather than drawing your heels all the way towards your belly, can you leave them a little further out? And that's just going to ease off through the inner seams of the legs, just give them a little bit more room. And then once you've found a position that feels right, take your tailbone back in space, chest forward, and just rest your hands on your ankles. And while we're in this shape, if you guys are still setting it up, please know there is no rush. But once you land, just start to zone in on the breath. When we work towards strength at end range, it's really common that things can come up for us. And by things, sometimes I mean emotions. Those emotions can be on the sliding scale of good, sometimes bad. But whatever they are today, know that you can place them off to the side and come back to your breath every time. In yoga, we really try as best as we can to keep coming back to the breath. So let's take just 2 more long rounds of breath, slow in and out of the belly. And just 1 more expansive inhale, draw it deep into the lungs. And then as you breathe out, push the belly button towards the spine. Good. Start to blink open through the eyes and send the legs out wide. And chest forward, crown of your head up. Flex the toes towards the sky, and here I'm going to invite you just to creep forward a little bit. You can come down onto your forearms if you're relatively open through this particular area of the body, but I'm really going to encourage you guys, take it really gentle. It's not very often we find ourselves in these kind of postures this early in class. But in this wide-legged fold, just start to observe the sensation that comes up for you. Now, usually we land in a posture like this later in class. So it's really important that you start to connect with the sensation, so when we revisit this, you can notice the difference. Just 1 more round of breath. Long exhale. Start to draw the legs in together. We'll land straight away in a downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width apart, feet hip width apart as always, tailbone up, push the floor away. And just start to pedal through one leg and then the other. Now, this isn't a posture we'll find ourselves in very much today, and that's perfectly fine. So while you're here, I'm going to ask that you make the most of it. Make the most of the strength in the upper half, length in the lower half. We'll take just 1 more breath out. Raise your right leg up to the sky as you inhale, slow and steady. Exhale, knee towards nose. And step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand, land in your lizard lunge. Now we're going to be here quite a bit today. Energetically drawing the hips down and forward, chest up and forward. I'd love for you guys to energetically take the shoulder blades down the back. And keep that back leg nice and strong. This is a fantastic pose, like I said, to talk about that strength at end range. So I'm going to ask that you guys take 1 more big breath in, pull collarbones through shoulders. And as you breathe out, long stance pyramid, start to straighten through that right leg and offer your chest towards your toes. stay energetic here. Instead of dumping the weight of the torso onto this front thigh, can you keep some engagement, crown of head pulling forward? And that's just to honor the body. Again, we're here relatively early. I'm going to ask you guys to take one more breath out. As you breathe in, come back into your lizard lunge. Draw the chest forward. As you exhale, Skandasana over the right leg. Now, we visited this shape and that transition earlier. I think it was in 19.4. That's a really beautiful opportunity to go from length through the right leg into the left. So just land in your Skandasana, find your height. As all of you know, we're all going to look different, and that's perfect. And we'll take just 2 more rounds of breath, an opportunity for you to move around if you need to move around, or land in stillness if that will serve you better. Let's take that last long and luscious exhale. As you breathe in, we're going to come into Skandasana over the left leg. The breath in is the transition from the front of your mat to the back of your mat, and the breath out is to land in Skandasana. That's going to be a 2-breath movement. Breath in to go from one leg to the other, breath out to land in Skandasana. Now that's a really hard transition, especially when the hips are in the middle. That's a lot for the legs, a lot for the inner thighs. So I'm going to ask if you guys need to come up and then down, please do so. Again, keep honoring your body. We'll take our last breath out on this side. And then as you breathe in, lizard lunge over the left leg. Some fancy footwork to get there. But now, of course, we're on the other side. Chest forward. We want to be really proud through that area, and then really strong now through the right leg. And coming to a depth that suits you, but just ensure you're not rounding through the upper spine and you're drawing the collarbones forward. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath here. An opportunity to check in with that right glute. Is it squeezing? And are you still pushing the floor away? And take that last breath in. As you breathe out, long stance pyramid. Now again, what you guys will notice is that the foot is on the outside of the hand. So you really want to ensure that you're working on drawing your left hip crease back, right hip point forward to square off through the hips. Just make sure that back foot, it's high on the ball of the foot, not low down to the earth. And just 1 more big breath in. Enjoy the full breath out. Lizard lunge as you inhale. Skandasana, stay over the left leg as you exhale. In flow now, breathe in, slow transition over the right leg. Breathe out, land in Skandasana. As you inhale, lizard lunge over the right foot, hips down and forward. Empty the belly, straighten the right leg, long stance pyramid. Inhale, chest forward, hips low. Skandasana to breathe out, knees and toes in line. Strength through the body. Inhale, use the whole breath to transition. Exhale to land. Breathe into that lizard lunge. Keep that chest open. Long stance pyramid. Breathe out. Pull that left hip crease back. Lizard to breathe in. Skandasana, empty the belly. Slow transition to the right foot. Make it slower. Land as you exhale. Lizard lunge, pull that chest forward, hips down. Long stance pyramid, right hip crease pulls back. You guys know where to go now. Breathe in, open the chest. Right leg, Skandasana, slow transition. Whole inhale. If you need to come up a little, you're welcome. But drop that weight really slow, Skandasana, as you breathe out. Lizard lunge over the left leg. Breathe in. Long stance pyramid. Take your time here. Chest actively forward. Lizard lunge, inhale. Skandasana to breathe out. All the way over to the right leg as you breathe in. Take your time, guys. Land as you exhale. We're going to go through one more time. Lizard lunge, open up the chest. Feel the fancy footwork. Slow and steady, hips up and back, chest forward. Inhale, proud chest, hips low. Exhale, pivot on the right foot, Skandasana. Make sure you're using that whole breath into transition, high or low. A breath out to land. A breath in to open the chest. A breath out to fold. Last one, inhale guys, chest forward. Skandasana, drop the hips really slow. Strengthen in range. See if this last one you can move a little slower. Land to breathe out. Lizard lunge, inhale. And then slow and steady, bring your left knee down to the earth. Step that right foot back and land in hero's pose. Hands in your lap, eyes closed, down. And just observe the sensations that are swirling around your hip joints. We worked so much into the lower half there, but again, a lot of this is surrounding strength at end range. So we're not just building heat within the muscles, but we're also building length. Does this feel different to strength alone? Take just 2 more rounds of breath in this stillness. No need to rush, really control that exhale. Start to guide the heart rate back down. Really nice, guys. One more big breath in. And then as slowly as you exhale, bring your hands out in front and lower the body all the way down to the earth. And just land here for a quick moment. Bring your hands down by your sides, pinky fingers next to your hips. We do so much opening through the back line of the body in yoga. So it's not just really important for the body and our posture to even things out in the body by strengthening the back line. So on your next breath in, bring your chin to the earth if it's not already there. And slow and steady, move the body into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Peel, chin, chest, shoulders off the earth, squeeze shoulder blades. Legs hugging to the midline, crown of head reaching forward. It's really important that the belly's engaged here, but it's not locked out. We still need that really fluid breath. This is going to be a little bit of a longer hold, guys. I'm going to offer you 2 more rounds of breath, but slow them down. We are in absolutely no hurry. But on your next exhale, lower down all the way to the earth. Feel the heart rate. Notice how it's lifted. Each time we do prone back bends, that's the ramification it has on the inner body. Take that last exhale. And we'll come into Shalabhasana just one more time on your next breath in. Peel up, find that strength through the back half of the body. Clasp your hands at your sacrum, draw them down towards your feet. We're here to strengthen that posterior chain, so guys, find length rather than height. And start to feel the plait of muscles surrounding your spine. Strengthen as you lift just a little higher and longer. And then as you're ready, slowly drop the body back down. Just wobble the hips from side to side. Really nice, guys. Take that last breath out. As you breathe in, move through all fours. And as you exhale, bring those legs off to the side and out to the front. Straight away, we're going to bring our legs out wide, sitting bones back, crown of head up. Now we're revisiting that posture already. But from the first time we did it until now, we've done a lot in the lower half. So, as best as you can, find the depth that you did before, whether you're on your forearms or it was just a gentle activation of the chest forward. And just see if you can observe a difference. Difference in sensation, in depth. And then once you've played around with that, I'm going to offer you guys sink to a depth that suits you now. We've worked really hard to warm up the inner seams of our legs. I offer you length now. Start to find that softness through the upper half, but keep the toes activated towards the sky. We're going to stay here for 3 more rounds of breath. You'll find some longer holds now. Rather than sitting in these postures and waiting for the next one, I really invite you guys to zone in on what's happening inside of the body. Last breath in. Really long exhale. Start to bring the body back up to neutral. Send both legs out in front. We're coming into Paschimottanasana, but the passive variation for our fascial system. So still take the sitting bones back in space. And once they've reached their limit, I'm going to ask that you guys just gently round over through the spine. Allow your head to hang really heavy and your chin to fall towards your chest. We worked that active length through the hamstrings. Now find this really gentle posture, no effort required. Just simply slump over, shoulders heavy, forehead, crown of head heavy. Whatever sensations arise, know that they've done so for a reason. Let them be there. We'll take just 3 more rounds of breath. Enjoy this static posture. As best as you can, surrender the body into it. And gently roll up through the spine. Lay all the way down on your back. Allow that left leg to run long and draw the right knee in towards the chest. Start to draw circles with the knee, pulling it towards the midline, out towards your underarm, offering it that little release, and continue. Just 2 more like that. Noticing if that internal rotation versus external rotation, what feels better. And then once you are ready, adjust your hips off to the right just a little and offer the inner seam of the right leg off to the left side. Heavy through the right shoulder blade. Soft through the eyes and through the jaw. Every exhale allows you to sink just a little deeper into the pose. I offer you guys 4 more rounds of breath here. Last big breath in. Empty the belly. Roll back towards center, readjust the hips, right leg long, left knee hugs in, and draw your circles. Just allowing the head of the femur to move within the acetabulum, feeling out for those sticky bits, trying to work through them for 1 more circle. And once you are ready, hips adjust off to the left. Left knee falls over to the right. Left shoulder blade grounds. Every exhale lets you sink just a little deeper. Every breath in is that reminder to stay centered where you are. 4 rounds of breath, all on your own. Last breath in. And out. And gently roll to center. Supta Baddha Konasana this time. Feet together, knees out wide. Hands rest gently on your belly. Allow the body to fall in this open shape. Offer the outer edges of your knees to gravity's pull. Make sure the jaw is soft. And the mind is just as still as what the body is. And just 1 more round of breath. If you feel as if you are ready, land in our last and final pose, Shavasana. Legs out long. Lift your chest up just enough to tuck your shoulder blades in and underneath so your palms can effortlessly face the ceiling or sky. Eyes closed, jaw softens. Breath fluid, but body stays still. Start to breathe a little deeper if you are ready to move off, but as always, if you'd like to stay, please stay. And for those of you who are moving into the next part of their day or night, start to bring in gentle movement now into the body. And once you feel as if you are ready, roll to your favorite side. And then gently bring the body up to a seat. Once you land, as always, hands in Anjali Mudra, bow your head to your hands. Together we acknowledge the practice, we acknowledge each other, and we acknowledge ourselves. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis. Once again, seeing those views go up and receiving your messages means the absolute world to Tyler and I. Please keep sending them through. We love hearing from you all. Have a great day, guys.